they'll do without me. Who they want? Who they want? Who they need? Who they need? Who just bought the line? Who that foreign bitch with? Niggas serving all the packs. Crown me. No regular blog, talking about the Migos. And then that double XL, all the air shit. So let's see how we good. Man, these niggas.
Yup.
Man, these niggas. These niggas. Super hard.
That's why I can't wait to put it out too. You feel me?
We gotta do ASAP, nigga. I know they waiting on it. As much as I know they waiting on it.
Oh, really? I know they
waiting on it.
Cause they stay watching. Cause I know they watching y'all shit. I'm watching y'all shit. Shit. I know they on my shit. Shit. Y'all tell me y'all watching my shit. So look, when we put this shit out, it's gonna be crazy. Yo, but we're gonna do that whole DVD, motherfucker. That's what we need to do.
Migo DVD.
Young Rich nigga DVD. Fuck that.
Just, yeah. You know how we do it, just kick shit.
Kick shit,
I
man.
know we ain't just feeling that shit. You really, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what?
So, you know what?
We can come up with it right now, look, bro. That's what we can do. We can shoot that bitch all the way till the day bro come home. You feel me?
Yeah, we did when he come home.
Man, you feel me?
It'll be, bro, movie type shit.
Man, that bitch be stupid, bro. I'm talking about I'm going down to the county with niggas to get, bro. You feel me? You feel me, bro?
When he come home with something, bro, get that shit. Gotta come home, bro.
Everything.
What this?
Michael Jordan had the print.
Yo.
Michael Jordan is
You know we already put something up for him.
Yo. Yo.
So we get out, he flexing. You get him going to Lenny.
Catch him going to Lenny as soon as he get out. Hey, he gonna go retarded in that
I'm
bitch.
thinking about doing a show like next show we do. Hopefully it's big when they get out. Say we do the show.
Yo.
So we do the show. You know how every show we do, we free our set forever. Come on. He get out though, he on that motherfucker. He don't even say shit. We just out there. He don't come out here.
Yo.
Then we free our set. Pop out that motherfucker.
Hey, they ain't even know he's out.
Man, the vacant. Everybody go crazy. They got his thing.
Yeah.
They got.
Actually, we're here on the north side of Atlanta, north side, Migo land.
We kind of fashioned together this little narrative slash, you know, kind of like musical journey.
I mean, it was just grind season right now. On the north side, we was just young, coming up, ready to, you know what I mean, ready to get out in the world just like any other young nigga, but we just had a different ambition. We had a different way. We always got money. We always trendset.
Struggling to get in the, you know what I'm saying, in the dope with the rap game. Now we, you know what I'm saying, the music. Now we got in there. We just had to grind.
Live in the bando right now. That's where everything started, where we started from. Doing what we had to do to get our money. We recorded downstairs in the basement. Then it wasn't as plush as this, you know what I'm saying? We done came a long way.
My man, I forgot to mention, through the pandemic, we was still running up chicken, whipping that shit in the kitchen. You make a mention, a ticket to make you go missing. Don't do the sneak dissing. I'm starting to think niggas were planners, you niggas some bitches. While you niggas run out of money, my niggas gon' get it, cause every day government printing. How you gon' get it? Just send me the ad and my niggas will ship it. A million, 20s and 50s and 100s sitting on the floor, look how I swim in it. Don't wanna get popped, don't open your top, you better move militant. They talking about COVID when I heard the news, I started sipping the remedy. If I got an op and you say you my brother, then it better be your enemy. I'm taking them back to the band, way back when the nigga was breaking the entering. Stay with the tree like a Timberland. Lady got guy in that Kimberly. Cap of the Japanese snitching, these niggas be snitching, they acting rough.
You said that you ran into a fast food joint. You saw a teacher that said he wasn't gonna like amount to nothing. What was that experience like for you?
I just kept it humble. I could have said something else, but you know, I just.
So you saw him at like a Chick-fil-A and was like, "Yo, Mr."
Like a little McDonald's, I picked me a little double cheeseburger. I remember like you yesterday, I picked me a double cheeseburger, no pickle, no onion, hot and fresh, small fry,
And they get angry.
Oreo McFlurry.
Oh my God! You know the
Our age and our time, I feel like he got to be the best.
But Takeoff be rapping. He even confused Nicki Minaj because Nicki said she didn't realize you was rapping about her on Motorsport.
Cap.
Now, with the album, are you paying attention to what people are saying about it? Like, are y'all looking with Culture 2 trending and everything? Are you looking at what people... Oh, you're good and married, but for TAKEOFF and Quavo, how do you know a woman loves you for you? Like, how do you even date now, not knowing what people's intentions are?
I don't. It's so hard.
What you see?
You gotta be scared to death.
That's what I asked him. That's why I asked him on the new album. What you see? I want to know what they see. I really know what they see, because
About 100
I
million.
feel like they see it and say everybody else. So I'm trying to say what y'all see.
So how do you date? Like, what do you do? DMs? Is it people you know? Is it somebody hook me up?
I ain't got no tea now. You trying to get some tea?
Nah, you ain't gotta name names, but I'm just saying, like, how does...
It's good right here for some tea. I ain't got no tea. Yeah, man. You know, we got the bando. You know what I'm saying? We got the date. You know what I'm saying? We got the trap. We got the steak. Get all the ladies. You know what I'm saying? The ladies beautiful. Ziggy, 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 zay, tiggy.
There's someone that you met that you fight for the work of music.
Yes. If you smell what the rock is cooking, the rock. Yeah. Get it now, get it now. Damn.
Pick up one word, yeah, that's most important to you, or songs you got, what would it be? The most important word.
G-O-D, God. Damn. Just win it. Shout out to Slime. Yeah, all players. We all players, man. We all players. Swing. Swing. Swing, man.
When was the first time that Migos actually felt famous?
When I walked inside Mansion Elon. When I walked in Mansion Elon. We.
Someone you met that you
When I walked in Mansion Elon.
It's like a running joke with you being left off bad and bougie.
I ain't left out bad and bougie. You think I'm left out bad and bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left out bad and bougie?
What's that?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left out bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left out bad and bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
My bad. Happy trying to jump.
I couldn't
wrap
hear
it up
anything
then.
over there, too. Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
Wait. No. Wait.
Where's their security guard? Where's their security guard?
Chill.
Migos originated dab, man. Shout out my boy Guapo. My boy Longman. We here, man. You looking at the dab daddy right now, man. You know we dabbing right now. And we original, the lobby runners started the dab daddy. So everybody know in Atlanta who the lobby runners is. And it started with a tape, and it was a sequel. So everybody on lobby runners was dabbing. So, and that's where we started from. We all came from. Fuck wrong with the nigga? Acting like he don't really know a nigga. Whoa. Acting like he don't really owe a nigga. Pull up on the block, I show a nigga. It'll blow a nigga. I ain't talking about the lawnmower nigga. Gas to the back door with the bando. Young niggas trap at the corner store nigga. So many gold pennies on my chain, you would think a nigga won the trophy nigga. They sucker free, don't fuck with bogus nigga. Dressed like a wrestler, action figure. Hocus pocus, pull up in the Lotus, and my diamond sickers like I got Ebola. Shine, my nigga don't swallow. In the kitchen with chickens, make it older. Hold on, TAKEOFF. Whoa.
Here at in between Dallas and Polk on San Jacinto, we got one male that's deceased. He's right in front of the 810 bowling alley, which is on the 3rd floor. Looks like he's been shot in the head or neck, possibly. Right now, we don't have a whole lot of information. We know it happened somewhere around 2:35. There were some security guards that were in the area, but they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting. A lot of folks were there. They were in front of the bar. The bar was actually closed at the time. They had the doors locked, but people were congregating out on the balcony area, and everybody fled. We got some video footage, but not very well. Everybody fled. Homicide investigators are coming. It would be great if anybody would come forward and tell us what occurred, because right now we really don't have a whole lot of anything. So if they would call HPD homicide, that would be great.
Any showcases recovered?
At this time, it's so fresh. Like I said, everybody took off running. There is a lot of debris up there. I'm not sure at this time. I'm sure they'll find something. Okay.
Let me speak to this just right. We understand and we know it. This morning at about approximately 2:34 a.m., officers received a call of a shooting in progress. Officers arrived there shortly thereafter. The location is in the downtown location, billiards bowling alley located at 1201 San Jacinto Street here in the downtown area. Once officers arrived, they came upon a male who was deceased. That male has been identified as Kersnick Ball, better known as TAKEOFF. He's a member of the Migos rap group out of Atlanta. And I want to pause again because sometimes the hip-hop community gets a bad name. And I know, and evident from this city and people who I have a personal relationship, a lot of great people in our hip-hop community, and I respect them. But back to TAKEOFF. I got many calls from Houston and outside of Houston, and everyone spoke of what a great young man this is, how peaceful he is, what a great artist. And I'm calling up on everybody, our hip-hop artists in Houston and around the nation. We got to police ourselves. It is so many talented individuals, men and women, in that community who, again, I love and I respect.
In light of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience. You have platforms. You have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it.
Somebody, bro.
Still no arrest in the murder of rapper TAKEOFF, who was shot and killed outside of a bowling alley in downtown Houston early Tuesday morning.
Tonight, we are now hearing from a nurse who heard those shots and tried to save his life. Our Devin Clark has her story.
Around 2:30 Tuesday morning, this nurse who lives near 810 Billards and Bowling and asked not to be identified was jolted by the sounds of gunfire, then loud screams.
He was screaming, ah! So I'm thinking that's the victim.
That's when she says, guided by faith, her veteran first responder instincts kicked in and she rushed to the scene.
I was scared, but I had to go.
Following the screams, the nurse says she took this elevator to the 3rd floor. She says as soon as she got upstairs, she rushed over and immediately started helping.
I could not have lived with myself if I knew I had the equipment to save his life, and I didn't.
The victim ended up being 28-year-old Kershnik Kari Ball, better known as the rapper TAKEOFF of the internationally known hip-hop group Migos, seen here in this music video for their song Versace. As it turns out, he wasn't the one screaming, but rather his uncle and fellow group member Quavo.
I could feel my heart beating like it was in my throat.
By the time she got there, she says TAKEOFF had no pulse. His eyes were rolled back, and there was a pool of blood behind his head.
I can't pronounce someone dead, but I think he was deceased.
Whatever his name may be, you know, he giving all kinds of statements on this police report we have, so we can read his name and everything, because he put himself in a position where he's cooperating and telling a lot of different lies, so we may as well shine the light on the real root to the issue, which is this homie, you know what I mean?
Clown
that came here. I wish he wouldn't have never came with Quavo. I wish he wouldn't have never brought this nigga into Houston because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his actions. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff because he was the one that deserved that.
New insight into how the 28-year-old wanted to be remembered. ABC 13's Brittany Wilmore continues our coverage this morning with a video of Takeoff that's now getting a whole lot of attention. Brittany?
Good morning, Smika Yadis. Fans are sharing this interview from the Drink Champs podcast, where Takeoff appeared less than 2 weeks ago with Migos member Quavo to talk about the future of the group. It's now been shared thousands of times because, ironically, Takeoff reflected on being acknowledged for his work as an artist before he dies.
It was always your time to prove it. Is that something you had in your mind when you was going in recording?
Oh, for sure. Okay, I mean, enough is enough. You know, I'm chill, you know what I'm saying, laid back, but it's time to pop it, you know what I mean? Time to give me my flowers, you know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
On Monday, Takeoff and Quavo released a music video for their new song, Messy, which is now at more than 3 million views. The pair also recently released their first album as a duo, but what stands out to fans is their impact on rap and culture. The group is known for their ad-libs and triplet flow when 3 notes occur over 1 beat. In 2018, Quavo and third Migos member Offset were asked who the strongest rapper of the group is. They immediately said Takeoff. Now that the Drink Champs interview is back in the spotlight, host NORE said of Takeoff, "Glad we gave you your flowers, King. You deserved every bit of it."
I don't have social media. I'm not on Instagram or none of that other stuff. My heart is so torn. First of all, if this is the only way that I can let the mother of Takeoff and the grandmother and the family of Takeoff, I want them to know my heart is so torn, and I am so with her in prayer, with them in prayer. Because this situation right here, that family will never be the same. Now, I'm a victim of this bullshit. I did not know Takeoff. I did not know Quavo. I met Offset a long time ago, and I have my own opinions. I personally can't stand the industry. I can't stand none of this. Real talk, I'm a sacrifice. So you better know this. Real talk, I'm a sacrifice. So you better know this. They come for what is pure. They come for the one that's got the love, okay? Because I got a lot of love. But when I tell you, your enemies always be close. I have had my family members to jump me. I've been isolated ever since this label started and the Migos got their first Grammy. My son said to me, Mama, I'm congratulating him. But he said to me, and this is my firstborn, Mama, your life over with. My firstborn. Mama, your life over with.
They say Quavo dominates in a whole lot of different things. Basketball, all of this. So they say that they had been shooting basketball earlier, and then they got to the bowling alley, and they said it was a dice game. And they say that Quavo noticed that the dice were not right. And that's where the argument started.
Well, Zach, good morning.
Sophia, according to the warrant, Takeoff and Quavo, members of the group Migos, were in town to visit a music producer named Jay Prince. They played basketball at a local gym and then had a private party at the bowling alley on October 31st. According to the warrant, they played a dice game and someone lost a large sum of money. We're going to take you back to the scene on what happened early that morning. It was about 2 o'clock on November 1st. 34 people were gathered outside the bowling alley. This, of course, was after closing time. Quavo argued with several men about the dice game. This is according to police. The fight got physical, and police say video shows 2 people firing shots. One of them, a man by the name of Willie Bland. This is the first time we're hearing his name. According to the warrant, Bland travels with Takeoff and Quavo. Police say Bland's shots were not fired in the direction of Takeoff. They say those bullets that struck Takeoff came from a gun held by Patrick Clark. This is Clark in court earlier this week. Police say Clark was also holding a wine bottle at the time, which he left at the scene with his fingerprints. Takeoff was hit twice with bullets from the same gun. When police arrested Clark, they say he did have a gun on him.
In 6 years, the whole prima donna came and got with my youngest son, who is the weakest link. And I tell you what, I'm not going to make this about me today. But I've been jumped. I've been jailed. I've been made to look crazy. I've been made to look that I'm a junkie. I'm this and I'm that. Let me tell you something. You can raise a child on their knees. You can take them in the Church of God in Christ, because I did all that. My house was a house of prayer, where a snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. These witches, these warlocks, they be in your own damn bloodline. These witches, these warlocks, they be in your own damn bloodline. I just want to give my condolences to this family. I feel that Takeoff had the spirit of the dove. I feel that he had the heart of the lion. I feel that this young man was chosen. Now, they go into this stuff. I told my son, because I heard the young lady talking about what you should teach a child. Well, I told my son this, and I talked to all my children. I was a raw, uncut parent, and I told them about life and about the way it really is. And I remember telling my sons, let me tell y'all the truth about life and about the way it really is. The devil gonna offer you the world, just like he did Jesus. He don't just come to to rich folk. He come to the chosen one. And I said, now, it's going to be your choice. Because, see, God, he don't force himself on nobody. Don't think that the devil ain't offered me his kingdom way long ago. I could have been with the rich man. I had 3 kids, that rich man money. I got enough to do what I needed to do, and I knew when to pull back. I am very, very uncomfortable with this situation. I wanted to go pay my respect to Takeoff, but I couldn't because they already got my picture down now. They're gonna humiliate me, have me locked up, say I'm crazy. So God told me to stay back. You talked about the gift of discernment. I am a counselor, and so I know the way Takeoff. I know that he was intuitive, and I'm sure that he felt something. Listen, you follow the closest one that's closest to you, and it can cost you your life. My health is all messed up. My sister jumped me from behind in a Christmas dinner. They flew me from L.A. After that, my son tripped me in the dark, let a trunk down on my back. So don't tell me what family won't do. I'm in court right now with my aunt who been dragging me in and out of court on false accusations. I finally get a damn TPO on her. She want to move the judge out the way so she can get what she want. What the hell wrong with you? Can't just leave me alone? Because, see, jealousy is as cruel as the grave, baby. I'm real mad about shit with that.
No limit to the money. I picked the gang, I took a flight across the country. I took the way, so to keep the ones coming. Hit the store to get some backwoods and left and right. Looking like they blind, but we already on it. Hit the left with Celine, look that bad, and she want it. One team ass busting at them jeans, make you want it. Make you want to spin the 50, hit the scene with it. Whole team full of queen, gotta keep their eyes on me. Put a snake in the sky, probably want to slide on me. I think they ride on them when I put that prize on them. 10 bad bitches, rotate on that 5 of them.